video is brought to you by my cake mix. Check it out at rachmakescakes.com/shop. Hi, I'm Rach with Rach Makes Cakes, and today I'm gonna show you how to make my vegan buttercream. I have my KitchenAid stand mixer here, and I'm gonna start by putting a pound of butter in the bowl. I've already been making buttercream today, so you can see that my paddle has a little bit of butter on it. And I've let this come up to room temperature for a little bit so it's nice and soft. So how long should you let your butter sit out before you start making your buttercream? And the answer to that is it depends. It depends on how cold your fridge is, therefore how cold your butter is gonna be when you start. And it also depends on how hot your kitchen is. So a good rule of thumb is to literally take your thumb and press it into the butter, and it should hold your thumbprint. If it's really hard and you aren't able to press it down, it's too cold. If your hand just goes right karate chop through your butter, it's too soft. While I whip my butter, I'm also gonna add my salt. This is unsalted butter, so I'm adding the amount of salt that I like in my buttercream. Okay, this butter is nice and soft. It's a little bit lighter in color than when I started, so now I'm going to add my powdered sugar 1 cup at a time while my mixer is running. Okay, I have incorporated all of my powdered sugar, and now I'm just gonna scrape down the sides a little bit. I do have this fancy KitchenAid paddle that has the rubber scraper on the side, so it does a pretty good job of mixing everything in without me having to scrape. I just like to be thorough. Okay, and then I'm gonna let this run for a couple of more minutes. Anywhere from 3 to 5, depending on how soft your butter was when you started. This is what I do when I'm working. While it mixes, I wipe off all the powdered sugar that I spilled, because you will spill powdered sugar. And I don't have as much to clean up at the end of the day if I kind of clean as I go. All right. That looks really good. It's light and it's fluffy. So now I'm going to stir in my vanilla. It is important that you use pure vanilla extract. My husband, who's not a baker, used imitation vanilla once when he was making something. And he was like, "What's wrong with this? Why is it not good?" And I was like, "That's imitation vanilla." Oat milk. And this is Chobani's extra creamy oat milk. Y'all know it's my favorite. And I'm just gonna do one more tiny scrape, and this is good to go. Tiny. I never do a tiny scrape. I always do a full scrape. Lying to myself. And that's it. That's all you need. And you have light, white, fluffy vegan vanilla buttercream ready to go. For the actual recipe, head on over to my website, rachmakescakes.com/buttercream. Happy frosting.